Hi, this is Demara. I hope you are all very well today. This is Truth Testament number 40. This is the message that I've been specifically asked to read to you today. The message today is for all of you who are thinking that you can just ride the waves of consciousness and not put the effort in to keep yourselves on track. What we are saying here is that the effort is required not to ride the waves in a horizontal fashion wherever you are now, but to begin to accelerate the journey on a vertical horizon above you. We are specifically talking to those who believe they have already arrived where they need to be. This is the never-ending journey of this lifetime for all of you. The acceleration you require comes about through how much time you spend disciplining yourselves to go inside your own entity, not outside into the human affray. This outside affray right now is not so much a blissful experience, but a hot mess. We say this because there are chapters of this ongoing Earth domain story, and there is a rhythm to the unfolding of these chapters. They are in order, and one of them is not ignore the changes we are going through. You cannot usefully try to produce the usual events when the scenery is catastrophically incorrect. You must now be a part of the events, not standing outside looking in, saying, "This is not happening." I just want to say here that this is that I didn't know what I was going to be reading because I don't remember what's in each one. And this is so appropriate because we are in the middle of the attacks for Palestine and for Israel. And this ongoing war has been going on completely. It's never stopped because it's been going on for decades and decades. It's been going on for my whole life because I was born at the beginning of this, and it's really interesting because people think that today it's a really big war, but the war for the Palestinians has been going on all the time because they are not able to do their normal things in the country where they were born. And I'm not taking sides here. I'm just saying it's an ongoing war. There is an acceleration right now where it is more visible. But the horror of it is what goes on every day. And I think people, they see the drama of what goes on now and they haven't been in touch and aware of the total suffering and extreme behavior towards the Palestinians all the time, and the reaction that is given to the Israelis because of the orders that are given in the first place. So they're both suffering, but it's endemic there. And this today is just today. And ask any Palestinian who lives in those areas where they are so restricted and thought of as a lower person. And you will find that the war goes on every day. I'm just going to continue, but I think it's really interesting that we're being told this. You cannot usefully try to produce the usual events when the scenery is catastrophically incorrect. You must now be a part of the events, not standing outside looking in saying, "This is not happening." Plan accordingly. Begin to allow more states of free-flowing energy where you are definitely applying this moment to moment. This is the state for the future of humanity. Plan moment to moment, not months ahead or even weeks ahead right now. As things change around you, change your attitude and your actions. We cannot put this into more defining words. It is going to be change, 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 not habitual living anymore. You are not on your own. You are being watched over and will be taken care of when you switch to the correct energy wave and have direct access to us. Some of you are still trying to plan your lives on the wrong blueprints. You are not being asked to escape the plan for the Earth domain, but to actively take part in it. Be where you can be most of use. Be where your intuition tells you to be. Do not struggle to stop what is inevitable. It cannot and should not be carried out. We are also part of the Earth Domain plan. We watch and help when we are asked, but we are not here to stop the plan. The Earth must be cleansed and the energy debris cleared so that free-flowing extra power can be transmitted through the energy lines from the energy continuum that you are joining with. This energy continuum is one that has been foretold and contains the higher frequency which will propel you to the higher echelons of this universal planetary zone. What we say here is everything is okay, everything is good. You are not experiencing something that should not be happening. It is not good if your mind is saying this or just believes this line of thought. This will not assist your... Sorry, I've just lost my place on this long piece. This will not assist your passageway to freedom. It will hold you back as you are in the negative of something which is positive and destined to occur. If you are in anticipation of change and more change, you will not be disorientated when it happens. You will be matching the energy of the change, and you will not be jarred or pushed off your central axis within your energetic body. We cannot tell you things that you may want to hear, but are here to tell you the truth, the holy truth, which is the whole truth. Within this truth lays your salvation, the salvation of the real essence of your soul and your pathway back to being more in line with your soul. When you are in line with your soul, you know that you are safe and on track with your life within these earthly changes. It is obvious to you that this is the correct track for humanity because it is contained within your own blueprint. Ask to reconnect with your blueprint and ask that you may take back and reconnect also with your contract to be here and be present fully with these changes if you feel that you are off track. We see the magnificence in these wild and wonderful changes which are occurring on every level of your existence and know that all is well. I think it's just interesting because we, like I said before, it's crazy that only now, again, like another interlude of where the Palestinian and Israel conflict is now back wildly in the news. But what goes on every day for those people, the people who are seen as the lower ones, and who are thrown out of their houses to allow other people to be in there. And of course, they then, or the organizations then react back. But this is, I think when we go back into our soul, when we actually take back our contract and our ability to be in this now moment fully, you'll never forget that this conflict never went away. It's as dramatic today as it was 2 weeks ago. Terribly, insanely dramatic 2 weeks ago when people suffered. Hundreds, thousands of people suffer every day in Israel. So maybe it'll just give people a more real idea that when you become more conscious, you're conscious of the real truth and not just what's in your news on occasions, because a lot of what goes on is never in the news, but it will be in your vicinity, within your energy field, when you begin to wake up and really take back your full consciousness. Then you can't forget how uneven, unequal this world has become. And this is the whole idea, because as we go towards the new earth and as we indeed create through our own visualizations, manifestations and our own truth, we will create a world where that is never going to be allowed again. What has gone on all these decades will never be allowed again. And there will be peace amongst the people. So this might make you, think again about waking up more and more and more. Hopefully so. Thank you for listening.